Coming up in this video, we're pulling back the curtain on the lines that cut deeper than they seem, the playful jab that secretly chips at your confidence, the so-called standard that's really just an ultimatum in disguise, the loyalty trap you never signed up for, the compliment that poisons you from the inside out, and the calmest 4 words that carry the sharpest threat. Tell me, have you ever had a girl drop a line that made your chest tighten, but you shrugged it off because you didn't want to lose her? You told yourself it was nothing, but deep down you knew it wasn't. Today we're exposing 5 phrases that should stop you dead in your tracks. 5 red flags that tell you it's time to walk away before your peace, your confidence, and your future get torn apart. Stick with me until the very end because I'll show you the exact moment to cut ties, and the one simple sentence that flips the power back in your hands. Phrase 1, I was only kidding. Relax. Picture this, you're at a small hangout with friends. The vibe is light, everyone's laughing when suddenly she looks right at you and drops it. Wow, you actually wore that shirt? I'm kidding, relax. The room chuckles. You freeze for a split second, unsure if you should laugh along or say something. She leans back, smiling like it was nothing. But it wasn't nothing. Here's the truth, that joke is not about humor, it's a probe. She's testing how much disrespect you'll allow without pushing back. If you laugh it off, she learns that tearing at your confidence is fair game. If you call it out, she flips the script, you're too sensitive. Either way, the cost is yours. She wins the social points, you lose a little bit of self-respect. And it rarely stops there. The words may change, but the game stays the same. Your dad bod is kind of cute. Relax, I'm teasing. Or, sure, you can afford that car. Ha, chill. Notice she's not joking about your favorite TV show or your taste in pizza, no. The targets are sharp, your body, your ambition, your money. That isn't playful, it's contempt wrapped in laughter. Think about it, how many men have ignored these little jabs, only to wake up months later wondering why they feel smaller, quieter, less sure of themselves? That's the price of laughing along when the joke is really at your expense. Confidence cannot survive in that kind of climate. The more you let it slide, the more you start second-guessing yourself, and before you know it, you're walking on eggshells around someone who should be your partner, not your judge. So what do? Stay calm. Meet her eyes. And say something like, I'm fine with playful banter, but keep it respectful. That one line does 3 powerful things. It names the behavior, sets the boundary, and shuts down the you're overreacting defense before it even starts. If she respects you and adjusts, great, you just elevated the humor without the drama. But if she rolls her eyes or doubles down, that's when you make the scoreboard clear. Tell her directly, teasing that cuts into dignity destroys attraction. If she doesn't take that seriously, then it's game over. You don't need to yell, sulk, or beg. A simple, this dynamic doesn't work for me, take care, closes the book. High-value men don't compete for anyone's approval. They build the stage and decide who gets to stand on it. So the next time someone slips a blade behind the words, I was only kidding, remember this. The joke stops the moment your respect is on the line. If you are finding value in this content, then support this channel. Like, subscribe, and share. Not just for me, but for the thousands of other men out there. Let's continue. Phrase number 2, if you really love me, you would. Picture this, you've just been offered a golden opportunity. Maybe it's a weekend trip to network with industry leaders, a once-in-a-lifetime chance to level up your career. You're buzzing with excitement as you share the news with her. She tilts her head, gives you that soft smile, and drops the line, if you really love me, you'd stay with me instead. Freeze right there. What she's actually saying is, prove your love by clipping your own wings. She's taking the purest thing, love, and twisting it into a measuring stick that only serves her. If you agree, you teach her that your goals are optional, negotiable, expendable. If you push back, she paints you as cold, selfish, unloving. Either way, the scoreboard is rigged. And it doesn't stop with one weekend. The variations start creeping in. If you cared, you'd hand me your phone. Or, if you love me, you'll ditch those friends. Or even, if you love me, you'll co-sign that loan. Same play, different words, emotional blackmail dressed as devotion. Think about how dangerous this game really is. One yes today might look small, but stack them up, and suddenly you're living in a world no bigger than her insecurities. First you cancel that night out. Then you back away from a career move. Before long, your future is sacrificed on the altar of someone else's validation. That's not love, that's slow suffocation. So how do you handle it? With calm authority. Meet her eyes and say, "Love isn't a trade. I can love you fully and still honor my purpose." That single sentence flips the conversation from guilt to principle. If she nods, if she respects the boundary, you've just upgraded the relationship. But if she pouts, doubles down, or throws guilt back at you, step 2 is clarity. Say, "Love that demands proof by dismantling my goals isn't love at all." If she can't accept that truth, the decision is already made. Not in anger, but in strength, you close the door. "This dynamic isn't healthy, so I'm stepping away." High-value men don't sacrifice their destiny for the illusion of peace. When love becomes a leash, the relationship is already lost. Protect your mission, protect your peace, because the right partner won't chain you down. She'll fuel your fire and cheer as you rise. Phrase number 3, I think we should start seeing other people. You're sitting across from her at your favorite cafe. Steam is curling from your coffee, the air between you still warm from conversation. You've just set a gentle boundary. Maybe you asked her to cool it with the flirty replies in her DMs. She stirs her drink slowly, looks up, and drops the bomb. "Well, maybe we should see other people." Freeze that moment. That's not a casual suggestion, it's a weapon. She isn't breaking up. She's dangling the idea of walking away like bait, watching how desperate you'll get to keep her. This isn't love talking, it's leverage. Translated, it really means, I want the perks of exclusivity but none of the accountability. Here's where it cuts deep. This phrase isn't just words, it's a sword hung above your head. At any moment she can tug the string and let it fall. The variations all sound harmless at first. Maybe we rushed into this. Or, I'm not sure monogamy is right for me. Or, let's keep it open for now. But each one is the same poison, keeping you on probation while she auditions other options. Think about what this does to a man's mind. Suddenly you're no longer loving freely, you're performing for survival. You start chasing her reassurance instead of building real connection. And once you're in that trap, the power shifts completely. She dictates the level of threat and you scramble to lower it. That's not a relationship, it's emotional captivity. So how do you break it? By refusing the game altogether. Look her in the eye, steady and calm, and say, "If you're uncertain, that's your choice. I'm looking for someone who's all in, not half out. Let's end this before resentment grows." Why does this work? Because it flips the script. It takes her maybe at face value. No begging, no negotiation. It shows self-respect by refusing trial status. And it exposes whether she truly values you or just the control she holds. Here's the 2-step protocol. Step 1, call the bluff. Deliver the line once and watch her reaction. Step 2, close the door anyway. Even if she backpedals, you walk, because vagueness today will turn into betrayal tomorrow. The bottom line? High-value men don't live on a leash of uncertainty. When she hints at seeing other people, thank her for the clarity, finish your coffee, and walk. The right woman won't need to threaten departure to recognize your worth. She'll be all in without the ultimatum. Phrase number 4, you're lucky I'm with you. You've just crushed a massive deadline at work. Adrenaline still running through your veins, pride in your chest. You share the win with her, expecting a smile, maybe even a well done. Instead, she glances up from her phone, smirks, and says, "Well, you're lucky I'm with you." Pause that moment. Right there, she's flipped the script. She's framed herself as the prize and you as the project. Like she's charity and you should be grateful she bothered. On the surface it sounds playful, even affectionate, but underneath? It's contempt disguised as a compliment. The message is clear, I'm the trophy, you're the runner-up. And this isn't a one-off. It often shows up in different costumes. Most women wouldn't even date a guy like you. Or, count your blessings, I could have any man I want. Or worse, be grateful I even put up with this. Each line plants the same poisonous seed: you're replaceable. Think about what that does to a man over time. At first you shrug it off, but slowly the seed grows. You start doubting your own value. You start accepting crumbs just to avoid losing her. Suddenly you're competing with ghosts, comparing yourself to every man she glances at. And before you realize it, your life isn't yours anymore. Your dreams sit in storage while your entire schedule revolves around keeping her happy. That's not love. That's a slow erosion of who you are. So how do you handle it? By reclaiming the narrative with calm strength. Lock eyes, steady your tone, and say, I appreciate you, but I'm not lucky. I bring value to this relationship too. That simple line flips the script. It doesn't attack her character. It declares your worth out loud. It tests whether she sees you as a partner or just a placeholder. From there, use the two-step protocol. Step 1, clarify. Say, respect goes both ways. Do you see us as partners? Step 2, decide. If she doubles down, scoffs, or dismisses you, don't negotiate your dignity. Choose self-respect over scarcity. A calm, this dynamic isn't healthy for me and I'm stepping back, ends the contest immediately. Because here's the truth, high-value men don't beg for validation. They don't accept a relationship where they're made to feel lucky just to be chosen. Love is not a one-sided sponsorship. It's an alliance of equals. So when she throws out, "You're lucky I'm with you," remember this: real love celebrates both sides of the table. If she can't see your worth, then walk straight to a table where you're not just tolerated, but celebrated. Phrase number 5, I owe you no damn explanation. Picture this. It's a Saturday night. Hours go by with silence and then, ping, her name lights up your phone at 1 a.m. You ask calmly, "Where were you?" She shoots back without hesitation, "I don't owe you an explanation." And just like that, the air shifts. Those words don't just land, they hit like a brick. What she's really saying is this: I want all the benefits of exclusivity, but none of the responsibility that comes with it. She's shutting the door on transparency, the very oxygen that keeps trust alive. A healthy partner might say, "Sorry, my phone died. I was with Maya, here's what happened." That's communication. That's respect. An unhealthy partner, on the other hand, hides behind privacy as a shield to avoid accountability. Privacy is a right. Secrecy? That's a weapon. And this phrase has cousins. You'll hear it dressed up as, "Stop interrogating me," or "My life is my business," or "You're just being paranoid." But every version pushes the same story. Your need for clarity is treated like a crime, while her silence is treated as sacred. Ask yourself this: what happens when you let this slide? Suspicion blooms like mold in a dark room. Suddenly you're second-guessing every late reply, every muted phone call, every unexplained delay. Instead of investing your energy in love, you're burning it on riddles. Before long, you're the investigator and she's the elusive suspect. That's not a relationship, it's a crime drama. And you never signed up for that. So how do you handle it? With composure. Keep your voice steady, your eyes calm, and say, "I'm not asking for a play-by-play of your day. But open communication is respect, and I only invest where respect goes both ways." That one sentence works like a scalpel. It names the standard. It draws a clear line between healthy privacy and toxic secrecy. And it puts the ball squarely in her court. If she apologizes and clarifies, perfect, you've just upgraded the relationship. But if she rolls her eyes, stonewalls, or doubles down on silence, then you already have your answer. Step 2 is clarity. You don't chase. You don't beg. You simply recognize that a wall of secrecy is not a foundation for partnership. High-value men protect their peace. They don't play detective in their own relationship. Because real love doesn't hide, it shares. And if she can't give you that, then the healthiest explanation you'll ever get is the one you give yourself. This dynamic isn't for me. I'm stepping away. Now say something like this: without honesty, there's no trust. Can you meet me halfway? If her response is nothing but deflection, your choice becomes crystal clear. Thank her for showing you exactly where she stands, and walk away. No begging, no theatrics. Just a clean exit. Because here's the truth: high-value men guard their peace with boundaries that are not up for debate. Trust cannot survive in shadows. It lives only where there is light. So when someone tells you outright, "I don't owe you an explanation," believe her. Take those words for what they are. Then shift your energy towards someone who values truth as much as you do. Now step back for a second. Do you see the pattern? Every single phrase we've unpacked in this video has one thing in common. It slices away at respect. And without respect, love cannot stand. So here's the power sentence I want you to keep close. Respect is not negotiable. Say it once. Say it clearly. If she can't rise to that standard, you rise out of the relationship. If this hit home for you, hit that like and subscribe button, because I've got plenty more real-world relationship lessons coming your way. Always remember to choose respect, choose peace over chaos.